that she had left a note and her mobile phone. It was a suicide note to say that she wasn't coming back. She always displayed slightly different tendencies to other children. Very introvert, very quiet, quite isolated at times. Her anxiety by the age of 10 had reached a point where it was so obvious. That was when we first had a first diagnosis of GAD, which is general anxiety disorder. And then we had COVID and that came with a whole set of new problems. That's when we saw Riverside and they were a great help. Bella went to Cardiff University. We got a call from one of her friends and she at that point was taking ketamine every day. When she came home, we realised we had a full-blown addiction problem to deal with, as well as her mental health being at the absolute worst. That's when I literally didn't know what to do. So there was one morning in July, it'd be 2 years ago this July. That day she went into work. I had a call from Johnny to say, is Bella at home? I said, no, she's come into work. And he said that she had left a note and her mobile phone and that she wasn't anywhere to be found. And the note was, it was a suicide note to say that she wasn't coming back. It can happen to you or your kids or a family member or a friend at any given time. And I think the more we talk about mental health, the more aware we are, the more we don't have this stigma. Even doing this, I'm not ashamed. I'm proud of my daughter. You know, we've got to take that stigma away from addiction and from mental health.
So Riverside is a counselling charity and has always been sort of with the intention of being an affordable counselling service for people in the local community. Sometimes it is about just having that kind of external person who's outside of the family home who can have a different kind of conversation with their child or young person and support them in a different way. You can see so many parents trying their best. Young people are in a world that they don't even really know how to navigate themselves. There are constraints to what we're able to do because of our funding climate at the moment. The pressure point is coming is that over the years kind of grants and trusts are just becoming harder and harder and harder to actually succeed in applications for. You know, there is great demand out there. There's charities all over the place doing amazing things that are really desperate for support. And so what we're finding is those grants and trusts are really oversubscribed, and we want to keep being an affordable service that people can pay by their means for. The concern is that there are lots of people with great need that are being put on waiting lists here, there and everywhere. And what do they do in that gap? What do they do in that time when they are waiting to be seen without support and maybe quite isolated, maybe don't have a good support system around them, maybe don't have good coping strategies to support them in their day-to-day life?
So this has a really happy ending, a really happy ending. Bella is doing psychology. She wants to be a clinical psychologist now. She's involved with Riverside, which is incredible. It makes my heart so happy. She's done some placement hours with them and she has done some volunteering as well. An absolute inspiration how she's turned her life around. And I actually couldn't be prouder. She makes my heart melt. And it is a bit like a puzzle and you've got to find your pieces and whatever is going to work for your individual story. But Riverside plays a huge, in my opinion, part of that jigsaw. It's a great place to start talking and to open up and have those conversations.
As a service, we're small, but we're already doing great things. And the only thing is that there's always more that can be done.